We're gonna pick up trash in the boatyard.
This is Trashing with Aaron, except it's not with Aaron, it's in Alaska. I thought that maybe I could go trashing with Aaron, and so trashing with Aaron in Alaska is kind of different than trashing with Aaron when you're not in Alaska, because it's windy in Skagway, and that makes trashing more difficult. It also makes talking to the camera more difficult, which is okay, because that way, if I say something kind of funny, I can pretend I didn't and edit it and call it the wind. Right, so let's get trashing. First things first, we need a trash picker. We don't have a trash picker, so we have to be resourceful. We'll use our hands. And then we need something to put the trash in. Again, we're gonna have to be resourceful. So let's go find something to put the trash in.
Aha! Perfect. A trash bag. It's got one hole, but it looks like it might be good. All right, so we now have something to put the trash in. What do we have here? A piece of plastic and note paper. Make sure it's not mine. It has some important notes. No. I think it says blinky light. Huh, blinky light. Right, okay. It's a map. So put that in there. And we find some steel. Actually, that looks like maybe is useful. So I'll put that over there by my boat, because you never know when you need a piece of steel. And some duct tape. Yeah, we're picking up boatyard trash right now. And more steel. That goes in the steel pile. I'm not gonna put that in this bag. It's seen hard enough of life. Various bits of plastic, wrappers, bits of paper. This isn't a very good trash bag. An eagle feather. Now what kind of person would leave an eagle feather lying around? That's not trash. Sticks against the fence very nicely. Just bits of raggedy old tarps. There's a sanding disc. I'll keep that, because you know, you never know when you need 100 grit. 1,000 grit sanding disc. Wow, those people are crazy. There's another one. That's not trash. That's useful. Now, where's some more trash? There's 4 pieces. 2 styrofoam, 3 bits of plastic. Make up for that little piece that I lost. Ew, I don't know what that is. It's kind of weird. Maybe I shouldn't be touching it, but I'm gonna put it in my bag. There's some more, some bits of cloth. And this is a boatyard, right? So this is where people work on their boats. A bit of string, a bit of glass, an old broken bungee. I can't imagine where that might have come from. Solo traveler lid. It's a little bit windy today, and everything's gonna get blown up against the fence. And you might ask, how windy is it in Skagway? Sometimes in Skagway it gets a little bit windy. It's really hard to express exactly how windy it is, but you know, oh crap. Mask. Looks like we have to go on the other side of the fence, because that is a storm drain. And I'll tell you something about storm drains. They go right into the creeks. And once they go into the creeks, well, let me show you what's in the creeks maybe. Maybe some fish. And the creeks all flow into the sea. Except they get, the stuff then blows back up and gets stuck here in the fence. Better living through chemistry. Methyl ethyl ketone peroxide. Danger. Right. Okay. Wow, that's scary. We're gonna go between the boats, get a few more pieces of trash, and then we're gonna go around to the other side and we're gonna get that stuff from the Salmon Creek drain thing. Probably lead-based paint. Zip ties, always lots of zip ties. Little bits of rope. Classic trash. Vehicle registration. No, it's not what you think. It's a broken boat hook. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's now time to go on the other side of the fence. Clean up that trash we saw in the storm drain and protect the creek. So we're gonna take the bike. It's not as cool as a bike as Aaron's trash machine, but hell, it'll work. It'll work in a pinch. Just don't want our trash to fall off and fly all over the place. That would be bad form. So bungee it on good, and we're going to take a little ride. I'm thinking maybe I should have started out in a lower gear. We're going to go rescue some fish from having trash in their habitat. Those fish need rescuing. Okay, the wind's a little easier when you're fleeing from it. Pushing me down the road. I don't have to pedal much. I'm not seeing much trash right here. I think they keep this area pretty clean. Either that or the wind does. So here's the road that is right behind Arcturus. And we know there's trash. We're gonna get it. There it is. Okay, here we are. We've got one Kirkland water bottle and one coffee cup and one thing with some spiders in it. Yogurt, cottage cheese, whatever. Disposable coffee cups are for the birds. But they're not for the birds because birds don't like them. I think that's a piece of tree. That's allowed. This is the creek that runs right behind the boatyard, which is right there. And all the trash that comes over that fence can end up in this creek. All that styrofoam. And I wanted to show you what's in the creek. Look at that. They're fish. I think these are pink salmon. We're gonna go around the rest of the fence and just scan for trash. And if I see some, I'll stop and pick it up. There's Arcturus. Oh, there's some trash. I see a lot of trash. Gotta pick it up. Can't walk by it. Gotta do your part. scary because I'm using one hand on the bike. I don't need to pedal on the way back to Arcturus because the wind's blowing me. I just need to use my brakes. Now we're back on Arcturus. It's less windy in here, so we can pour the trash that we got out on this tarp, just like Aaron does. There you have it, folks. A few minutes worth of Boatyard trash. Let's look through it. Okay, over here we have a couple sorbent pads, barely used. I'm going to use those. And this thing, you put this, you put wires through this, and it's a split piece of plastic, and you put it around when it's going through a hole to keep the wires from getting chafed. So I'll keep that too. This is plastic trash, more plastic trash. I don't think, because Skagway is big on recycling, they don't have the means to do it around here, because the Chinese people that used to take all of our plastic from the US stopped doing that. So it's all going to go to the incinerator. So there's more plastic, paper, some weird boat hook. Yes, it really is a boat hook. It has plastic, foam, bits of painted wood, really old. There's another sorbent pad. That's good enough to use. See? Anywhere it's white, you can reuse it. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and that's what I'm going to do. Those things are not cheap. Bits of plastic, more foam. All this is bits of rope and wrappers. Baby Ruth, haven't had one of those in a while. Long time, maybe like a couple decades. Gave me one, I need it though. Plastic gloves, some more gloves, and bits of cloth and tissue paper, old shop rags. And Gene, why don't you use gloves? Well, this has been outside in the rain and the wind. It's not gonna hurt me that much. I'm gonna wash my hands before I eat. I don't know, there's that weird, oh, that's a mask. Yeah, there's probably viruses all over that. Lots of zip ties. Boatyards, I've got lots of zip ties everywhere. Bits of cardboard and an old gauge box. No, it's a stove bolts box. It's cardboard. This will all go to the incinerator. Not much to recycle here. Boatyard trash in Alaska. And I almost forgot. I should get credit for this. This was trash too. Found this sticking next to the fence.